Hello, and welcome everybody to another Mobile Music Pro live stream. Thank you all for joining us so much. We are super appreciative, super humbled by all the people that join us every single Wednesday, and we just could not be more thrilled. Let's just make sure everything's coming through. Yep, levels are looking good. All right, hope everybody's having a fantastic week. Happy holidays, happy Christmas, whatever you celebrate, guys. We've had the Christmas tree up since October because this has been a crazy year. And I wish I'd turn the music down a little bit. It's been nuts, guys. Like what with 2020 and everything like that, we decided to celebrate maybe a little bit early. So we got the Christmas lights strong already, and everything is just fantastic. So we got our copy here this morning. We just want to wish everybody a beautiful day, a beautiful week, and happy holidays. And cheers to you all. Cheers to you and your family as you guys start to gather around the Christmas table or around the Thanksgiving table and all that good stuff, guys. Cheers to you and yours. Hope you are having a fantastic day. So we got a few things to talk about. It's gonna be pretty fun, I think, so maybe we'll lower the volume a little bit more. Really having a great time hanging out with you guys every single Wednesday. Apologies, we've been kind of getting sparse on getting 2 videos out a week. It's been pretty crazy, and no lie, we are going to have a schedule change next year, but we'll talk about that later. We'll get into that more. It's going to be a little bit shaking, a little bit it's a little bit taking away and a little bit giving more. So we'll see what you guys think about that schedule change. We'll talk about that later. But right now I want to welcome some people into the chat just real quick so you guys know we're not doing the Instagram today. I again forgot to charge my phone, so apologies about that, guys. Really sorry about that. But that is where we are. So let's say hello to some people in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. We have Code 7 joining us, saying he is gonna win the contest. Maybe he will, guys. You got to give him a challenge. Let's go. We've had some amazing entries already. Just super stoked, guys, at all the contest entries so far. We'll talk about that in a second. But oh man, you guys are surprising the hell out of me. Really having a great time. Really having a great time with you guys. Let's see what else we got here. We got Jamie Mallender, of course, in the house, saying, dude, what's going on? What's going up, Jamie? Hope you're having a good day. We got Pal in the house, Mr. PAL, who I believe just won the Agonizer synth code from Jacob Hack, that recent new amazing app from Jacob Hack called Agonizer. If you haven't checked it out yet, do it. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. We got Sasha in the house talking about crazy stuff over there in Berlin with demonstrations. Guys, it's a crazy time. That's why we got to focus on music. We got to focus on our craft, focus on our company, focus on our brand, focus on helping others, and really just try to help ourselves so we can help everybody else around us at the same time. This is what it's all about, guys, is is staying strong together with this mobile music production community. Who else we got here? Cut and Glue saying hello. Hey, Cut and Glue just joined our Discord chat. What's going on, Cut and Glue? For those that don't know, we do have a Discord chat that we just launched. The link will be in the description below. We are having a great time in there. There's lots of different rooms. I'm always updating in there. I'm in there pretty much 24/7. So if you guys want to talk to me or ask any type of questions like right away, that's a great way to reach me. We're just having a great time in there. And I again forgot to adjust my camera more over to the right. We'll do that in a second. In fact, we'll just do that while I'm talking about it real quick. Just give me 1 second, guys. Just gonna adjust the camera a little bit. I have to do this every time. There we go. Basically, until I get myself, until I actually physically adjust the camera more, that's kind of how it has to be for now. But anyway, hopefully that works. Moving on, guys, we got some more people in the chat with the Mobile Music Army filtering in slowly here. We got a bunch of people. We got 9 people in here now. We've been averaging about 15 to 25 people or so. So really great to see everybody in here. We're going to get a lot more people in here eventually. Really looking forward to that. So let's go ahead and just say hello to a couple more people. We got Wasabi Fitness in the house. What's going on, Wasabi? Talking about, he said, yeah, we started the stream a little bit early today, just 5 minutes early, because I got an error that said that some kind of stream key was not authenticated. So I'm like, oh, that's not good. So I just wanted to make sure I try it early. So in case there was a problem, I could have a few minutes to fix that. But no, everything went fine. I don't know why OBS gave me that error. It gave me that streaming key error, but everything went fine, just like always. So that is really great to hear. Except, of course, I forgot to charge my phone, so I'm sorry there's no Instagram stream. But you can never really see or hear anything on the screen anyway through the Instagram, so this is the best way. What else we got in here? We got Sandra Nelly. Sandra, what's going on? Nice to see you. He says, how do I think it's a she. I'm sorry. How do I be a moderator? I forgot if that's a boy or a girl. Sorry about that, Sandra. I have to look at the picture. But this is an awesome person that reached out to us that wanted to ask if they wanted to be a moderator and help out. And we really, really appreciate people like that helping us out, because I believe that they really see the vision, and people like the patrons, shout out to you, shout out to our patrons who really see the long-term vision and just want to help out. So let me go ahead and make that person a moderator. 1 second. Only take a second. Right click, add moderator. All right, now Sandra Nelly it's a girl. Sorry about that, Sandra. So sorry. I just didn't see the picture. It's so tiny, the picture on the YouTube is like really small. So anyway, you are now a moderator. Thank you so much for reaching out and wanting to help out. Really, really appreciate that. We got Joshua Good in the house. Joshua, what's going on? Glad to see you. I don't know if I've seen you in the house before, so really glad to have you here. And yeah, just having a great time. So let's go ahead and turn down the music. Yeah. Let's turn down the music. All right, so guys, really quick, let's just go ahead and get the contest details out of the way. So we have been having a bunch of different contest entries. And also, give me a 100 in the chat, guys. If the audio was all good, let me know if everything is sounding good. I believe everything is good from the levels, but you never know on the live stream. So give me a 100 in the chat if we're doing good. So we have the contest going on right now, guys. The contest that is completely free to enter. And you will win one of 4 amazing grand prizes. So let's just actually pull up the website. Let's really quickly pull up the website. Only take a second. I should have had this already up, of course, but you know how I do things live, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go to Mobile Music Pro. Can't spell today. mobilemusicpro.com/contest. Go. So here is the contest, ladies and gentlemen, going on right now. We are hosting a brand new contest. We need another demo song to show off our shiny new free sample pack. And so we thought, what would be better than to give the community a chance to submit a song and win a free prize, right? So who doesn't like, free stuff? So this is completely free to enter, and this is ending November 25th. So not too long, guys. Hopefully that gives you enough time to be able to enter the contest. I'm hoping that's enough time. If not, it will be extended. But everything's looking good so far. No complaints so far. We're getting the word out. People are sharing on Facebook, so we're getting more and more entries into the contest. So definitely, if you haven't entered that, make sure to check that out, because the first prize is going to be this brand new Arturia Minilab MK2, guys. Check this out. It's super dope. Oh yeah, check it out. Check it out. Let's go ahead and check out the other camera. Oh, snap. Yeah, there we go. Check it out. Check it out, guys. Check it out. This is the brand new shiny, brand spanking new shiny Arturia Minilab MK2 with black with inverted keys. So it's super, super dope. Super dope. I hope you guys, appreciate this and enjoyed this. Whoever wins, it's going to be freaking awesome, guys. I'm really, really super stoked to see. I'm just super stoked to see who's going to win, because so far I'm having a blast. I hope everybody else is having a blast as well, because, the entries are fire so far, and everybody is really enjoying entering the contest. So we hope you guys enjoy that. It's going to be great. Let's go ahead and talk about the other prizes real quick. The second prize is going to be a $50 iTunes gift card, which, you can imagine $50 buys you a lot of apps. It should buy you a bunch of different apps. Now, it can buy you one DAW or just a lot of apps. So, either way, whatever the choice is up to you, of course. Then we have the third prize, which is $25 iTunes gift card. Still, a lot of apps, guys. You can buy Jacob Hack's new app. Highly recommend it. Jacob Hack is amazing. Shout out to Jacob Hack. Agonizer, guys, is amazing as well. It's just fantastic. Then we have the fourth prize, which is basically a pick from anything in our merch store. So the merch store we'll look at in a second. But basically, to enter the contest, guys, all you have to do is go ahead and create a song using only the sounds in our sample pack. And so, there's not, of course, a huge wide variety of sounds in there. Like there's no risers and effects like that. But however, you can like you can take parts of the samples and then like morph that and create that into different things. In fact, if you'd like, you can create the whole song out of just a kick drum if you really wanted to. It doesn't really matter to us, but we do want to show off the sounds. Excuse me. We do want to show off the sounds, so it'd be great if you could, use some of the sounds in there and have them be somewhat recognizable. But of course, show off your craft, and have fun. That's what it's all about. I mean, it's actually more about you guys having fun and, giving away free stuff to you guys to help the community more than, showing off the sounds. Because the sounds, if they're good, they'll just get into the hands of the people that need them, right? And we believe that the sounds are that good. So but it's all about having fun, guys. That's what it's about, because this is completely free to enter, and the prizes, you have nothing to lose. It's completely free to enter, and the sample pack to use is completely free. So again, just using the sounds in the sample pack, which is free to enter, and the only requirement is that you use the sounds in the free sample pack. So thank you guys so much so far for joining us. I really, really appreciate it. I'm having a good time. I'm really looking forward to some of the schedule changes that are coming into the future that we'll talk about. Maybe we can just talk about that in a second, but let's go ahead and just say hello to the chat, see what's going on, making sure everybody's having a good time. Let's just go ahead and take a sip, everybody. Cheers to everybody who is whatever you're drinking, wherever you are, guys. If you're not making this live, don't worry about it. We still appreciate you, so cheers to you, and hopefully you guys are having fun making music. Oh yeah, coffee. You guys may think I talk like this because of all the coffee I drink, but no, it's actually just how I talk. So, it's kind of strange, but this is how it works, guys. I'm from Minnesota, so we talk pretty fast. But let's go ahead and check in with the chat, see how we're doing. We got Code 7 saying, yeah, everybody going in here. Joshua Good saying, hi, everyone, with a thumbs up. Heck, yes. Very, very great. Everybody's giving us a 100, so the audio must be good to go. And I'm also going to hopefully be getting a new microphone soon, because I'm just not super happy with my Star Wars, robot sticking out here in my face. I'm sure you guys could meme this in like a bunch of different ways. That's probably not to my benefit, but like on the real, yeah, I'm going to get a new microphone soon. So, shout out to everybody still using the blue snowball and all that good stuff, but I am going to be switching that up. So, the audio is good. So that's good. Everybody, says that you can hear me. So that's what is important. We got Davey Poo in the chat. Another amazing mobile music content creator. Davey, what's going on? Everybody needs to follow this guy right now. Just released a brand new video on Imaginado's LK, which is a pretty interesting app. It's like a sampler. It's a MIDI controller. It's a mixer. It's a bunch of different things. So definitely check that out. David Pooh, Mr. David himself, David the Mobile Music Maestro. Make sure to check out his channel. He has that brand new video. He has a bunch of great videos, guys, on a bunch of different apps. So shout out to you in the house, Mr. David Pooh himself, along with Jamie Mallender. Just amazing mobile music content creators, guys. Just foundations and pillars. I would call them pillars and foundations of what make up the mobile music content, community, which of course helps form a much larger community with all of you that are watching us. So thank you so much for watching us and them. Definitely make sure to follow these guys' channels, follow these guys' work. We have a lot of work to do to build this community up even larger and larger, to starting to get to the size of the regular music community. But excuse me. It's a bit of an uphill battle, but that's what's fun, guys. That's the challenge. That's what we're here to do. We're here to evangelize this stuff, talk about this stuff, help new people get creating music on their iPhones and iPads and iOS devices, and really spread the bug, that is mobile music production, that is music production really in general. And that's why a lot of our videos do try to focus on, we use the iPad and Cubasis, we use that as like the medium to push the information, but the information we try to make sure is always universal, that you can be applied across any type of device, especially, for example, with our latest EQ video, how to use EQ, that just released today on the channel a couple hours ago. A lot of the principles in there are focused on, universal principles, making sure that foundational stuff, so that you can be prepared, to wherever you decide to go. Because, hey, maybe you'll start out with mobile music production and then you'll want to go work for Disney and, and one day wind up as an engineer over there. You never know. So, we do try to make sure that the principles are universal as we speak about them. So really appreciate everybody checking out those videos. The views are doing very well. On average, it's good to get about 10 to 15% of views of your subs, and we're really doing good about that. So I really appreciate all the people out there viewing the videos. We really, really appreciate that. Let's take a look who else we got in the chat. Let's see here. Mr. Nick, boy, I cannot pronounce that last name. Nick Zakzreski. I don't know, man. I don't even know why I'm trying. But Nick, man, nice to have you in the channel. Thank you so much. And he says, Nick says, hi y'all, how are you feeling, Jamie? So yeah, Jamie recently had a bit of a routine medical spell there that he had to take care of, but now he is back in action, back ready to go. He's back teaching. He is back making music. Back teaching, back making music, back making mobile music content. So shout out to you, Jamie. Yes, he is feeling better. So awesome to hear that. All right, so everybody's having a good time in the chat. I think we covered the chat for right now. We covered the chat. We covered the contest. Let me just check the notes real quick. Let's see what we got going on. All right, yeah. So really quick, guys. I thought it'd be fun. Excuse me. I thought it'd be fun to check out a few minutes of an interview that I just recently did with Reshad Radio. Shout out to Reshad Radio, because it's just the audio version is up on his channel, so we'll definitely have a link to that in the description below if you guys want to see that. And we do have a link to that on all of our socials. If you go to our Linktree page, which is mobilemusicpro.com/links, if you guys check that out, that will always have our all of our latest stuff on there. And one of the links on there is to Reshad's interview. So really appreciate the opportunity for that. So I thought it'd be fun to watch just a few minutes of that, like 5 minutes of that, to give you guys a bit of a taste. Watch that together, and I'll make sure that the audio is definitely better than last time that we watched a few things together. The audio was a little bit low. I don't know why I just didn't turn it up in the mixer. I don't know. Hey, running a live stream is not easy, guys. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not easy. Like, for real, there is just so many things. There's so many things. But it's all right. It's all right. We're wrapping our heads around it, you see. And let me just turn this a little. Yeah. That's my studio. And it's beautiful. And that's my iPad. And that's my microphone. And that's me. Okay, we'll put this back. Gotta have some fun, guys. Gotta have some fun. So the next thing, let's just go ahead. Maybe if you guys have a few minutes since we're here, let's just take a look at Reshad's interview. Just 5 minutes of it, I think, will be kind of fun together. And I'll check the levels to make sure that everything is going good. But let's just back this up a little and just watch a few minutes of this. So let's go ahead and hit this up, guys. This is Reshad Radio, Reshad from Reshad Radio. He's interviewed a bunch of mobile music content creators, a bunch of people, Cheese the producer, Misled from We Sample Everything, a bunch of different people, guys. So really, of course, Album Media Studios, a bunch of different people. So forgive me if I'm forgetting who else he interviewed, but a bunch of people. And we just recently did an interview as well. So let's just see what this sounds like.
Visible right there.
Oh yes.
I ended up doing with this mobile production a lot more podcasting, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool too. I want to get back to the beats, but that's something to be said as far as like, people who want a podcast that don't know that they can just do it on their phone,
Dude, tell me about it. Man, I've been with this channel. I'm working, 8, 10, 12-hour days, so it's hard to find time to even make music as well for the channel. So right. I get maybe 1 to 2 days a week to maybe get some time, but that time slot sometimes gets filled. So
yeah, man. So I mean, this is going good so far. We can just keep rolling how we are.
Let me know how the audio is, guys, in the chat. Let me know if you guys can hear that. It sounds pretty good from my end, but definitely let me know. Give me 100 in the chat if this sounds good, and we'll just watch a few minutes of this together. And let me see what you guys. I'll probably throw in some commentary, but just let me know what you guys think. Let's go ahead.
You want to go by Vortex? I got my man Vortex.
Yes, sir. That's my name.
Vortex from Mobile Music Productions. No, Mobile Music Pro.
Mobile Music Pro.
Yeah, see, I be always slipping on my joint, man. I get nervous when we start recording. Forgive me, but Vortex is the G, man. I want everybody that's listening to know that a lot of the stuff that's been going on Reshad Radio since day one wouldn't be for the tutorials and the help of people like Vortex and the Beatmakers, the Squad, and other iOS communities that I found myself learning from. So I'm glad to have Vortex on here. I don't have the right background. I need to change my background. This is going to be the beat breakdown, of course, with my buddy Vortex of Mobile Music Pro. Give it up for my brother.
Thank you so much, man, for letting me be here. It's really an honor, man, seeing all the mobile music guests that you've had already. It's fantastic, great entertainment, great learning. So just super happy and stoked to be here.
Yeah, shout out to Missy, shout out to Marcus Elbow Studios. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Can't wait to keep going in that direction because I've definitely been, a fan and liking the joints on YouTube and telling people
it's growing.
About this. Yeah.
It's growing, man. It just keeps really growing. Is. You named off a few, and that's awesome that you can rattle off a few like that. And I can't wait till we can just keep rattling like 10, 20, 30, 40 off.
I think it's coming soon, man. It's fun to watch things grow like that too, because if I could just tell you before you tell us your story, I started on the iOS journey. I think it was I don't even know what model iPad it was, but I know I had an iPad that was gifted to me. I know exactly what year it was, the year 2012, right? My baby was pregnant with my son. He's getting ready to come out. I was killing it in fantasy football, right? I was just having a year of just the best year ever. RG3 was the Redskins rookie quarterback, and he was just killing it. And I got this iPad, and I just, I'm naturally comfortable with computers, but I was PC before that. And I just found the Akai MPC, what's it called? IMPC app.
IMPC Pro.
Yeah, no, not the Pro. It was the first one.
Oh, before the first, okay.
That's what I'm saying, the first one. And I still have it on.
Reshad is old school, you guys, old school. He's been doing this pretty much as long as we have, since around 2013 era. So, definitely a shout out to Reshad again. 2013 is it seems to be a magical year for a lot of mobile music producers. That seems to be when they started around that time.
On one of my devices, as a matter of fact, because it's so nostalgic looking. But
old school, man.
Yeah,
going old school.
I'm gonna pull it up right here for you. But I remember I had that joint, and I was showing some brothers that we were already making music with, because I used to rap and stuff, right? And I was like, yo, man, look, we can make beats on this. But nobody really was feeling it. They're like, nah, man, this is an iPad, dog.
It is funny. It's funny how the same kind of fear drives that type of mentality. And it goes all the way back to when only scientists with lab coats were allowed to touch music production equipment. It goes all the way back. And so with each generation, there's some kind of new amazing technology that breaks down barriers and walls. And I feel like the iPad is one of those technologies.
It's crazy, bro. Look at this. You don't know about this joint?
Oh, yes, I have seen that. I didn't download that one original, though. I started with the IMPC Pro. I did not start with that one. That is fantastic to see, man. That is awesome.
And I'm so glad that I still have it. I don't think you can get it on your iPad anymore.
No, you can't.
Right.
No, so they don't support it anymore.
This is my first iPhone ever.
Vintage, bro. Vintage.
iPhone 6.
There's literally going to be such a thing as vintage apps, because they seriously don't get updated, and they're still perfectly good on a device that supports it. So it's going to be interesting to watch this whole vintage app space kind of develop. I've already seen something sort of teeter on the sidelines of that, where there's I forget the name of I forget the name of the content creator that's actually doing it right now, but they're doing a series on YouTube called Vintage iOS Apps.
What?
And they're yes, I'll send you the link. But I forget that, and again, forgive me the name. I forget the name of the content creator. But he's doing this vintage app series where he's showing these apps that you cannot get anymore, and he's showing them off, showing them how to use, showing them off, showing them how to use them, showing to the people what they're like. And it's just been fascinating to watch them to see, because it brings back memories, and it's just great to see. I really support that.
Dude, yeah, definitely send me that. I want to see that, because
absolutely. Yeah, definitely, guys. If you want that link, I'll send you that link. I forget the name of the content creator again. It's a very short name, but I can put that in the link to the chat, or a link to in the comments below if you guys want to see that. But yeah, it's pretty funny, because now we have vintage apps, right, that you can't use on new iPads or iOS devices anymore. And then we have limited edition apps like Matthew is doing with Audio Kit right over there. So we're into this new territory of new ways of experiencing apps, where it's no longer just download and there you go and there it's yours. We're into this new type of territory of always on, always connected, and what that's going to bring is a new type of software. We've already kind of seeing, of course, everybody moving more towards that subscription model. So we've already seen that happen already. And so now we're the App Store and the apps within it are starting to get sort of their evolutionary different things that's happening there. There's sort of evolutionary turns that's going to happen, and we're going to see where that's going to lead. But I'm super excited to see where it's going to go. How much did we go on here? Let me see. Yeah, so we went about 5 minutes, so we can definitely, if you guys want to check out that interview, we'll have the link to that in the description below as well, because the only thing that's available right now is the audio for this. So you guys are getting a bit of a treat, because this is the video that you're watching here. And again, the only thing that's available elsewhere on the web right now is audio. I am going to probably chop this up and put some of this stuff maybe up on the social media, and things like that. But this is just a video about it. And so hopefully you guys enjoy that. I thought it was pretty cool to just check out a few minutes. Let's see how we're doing on time. 10:24. Yeah, maybe just like another minute. Let me know if you guys want another minute of this. Otherwise, we can just like move on to, let's see. Yeah, the only other thing I was going to think about doing, guys, so let me know in the chat. Do you guys want to keep watching this for just a couple more minutes, or do you want to go through the topic of today? Because I was just thinking of a simple topic today, which is going to just be going through the apps in my iPad, just kind of showing you guys how I organize all my apps. Now, I do a video on this. We have a video on this called my Virtual Studio Tour 2019. We have a video on this channel that you can go check that out. But I figured it'd be something kind of cool to check out on the live stream, because of course your apps are, mostly always changing. And so I thought it'd be fun. I thought it'd be kind of cool to go through and update you guys to see what I have in my iPad right now. And again, that's always changing and always adding new things. And of course, at the channel, I'm always testing new apps. So. But I thought it would be kind of fun to go through that. Let me know what you guys want to do. If you want to watch a few more minutes of this first and then do that, or go ahead and do that now. But I think it'd be kind of fun. Yeah, people are saying like, just another minute. So we'll just check out another couple of minutes of this, like 2 to 5 minutes at the most, guys, at the most, just to get us to the half hour, and then we'll go ahead and check out the iPad and explore some of my apps that I have right now. So let's go ahead and do that. Just a couple more minutes, real quick.
I think this would be qualifying for that.
Absolutely, man. And so, and also, sorry, this is like literally how fast I talk in real life normally. So I always try to apologize first before that.
Don't worry about it. Everybody's different, man. I take it as if how you talk regularly, whatever, man. Sometimes,
I get kind of passionate too, bro. I get kind of passionate.
It's cool. Like sometimes people think I'm yelling at them, and I got a big voice, so it's all good, dude.
Awesome.
So like, tell me about you though. Like, what was your first? You said IMPC Pro 2, or no, Pro was one of your first.
One of the first.
Is that how you got into it?
No. So I'll take you back. So, and I actually have this story as well on my our origin video on my channel, where it says like Mobile Music Pro. I think it says Origins or something like that. Where it first. Oh, it says our story, the Mobile Music Pro story. So for all the people who are interested in getting a little bit more deeper into it, you can definitely check out that video on our channel at youtube.com/mobilemusicpro.
Just a quick shout out to BG White, who is a Patreon of ours, a mobile music commander. So really shout out to you guys. Shout out to the whole mobile music army, to everybody who is joining us in our chat, in our YouTube chat, during our live premieres, live streams, and in our Discord chat as well, guys. So, the community is building. We're getting a little bit bigger and bigger. So definitely a shout out to you. Shout out to BG White and all of our Patreons.
But essentially, I'll give you the short version where I'm a third generation musician. So music has always sort of been in my family,
Right.
all the way back to my grandpa sings, plays the guitar. My dad sings and plays the guitar. And my sister is an amazing singer as well. So it kind of has always been in the blood. But unfortunately, that's just not how life went for me. Like I would have loved to really get into music, but I got really interested in computers, computer games, and things like that, which led me to software development.
Okay.
And so I found out that that's kind of like where I found out the salaries that some of the people were making there. And I'm like, maybe I'll try this for a little while.
Yeah.
So 15 years later, I decided, fast forward 15 years later, basically. So that's where we are pretty much now. But essentially in 2013, is when I really discovered my first app, and it was I forget, it was the synthesizer app, but I forget which one it is, but it's the synthesizer app, and I pulled that up on an iPad, and when I started playing that, I was just like I was absolutely blown away, because here this tactile thing was right in front of me. I didn't have to set up a DAW. I didn't have to download any updates. I didn't have to download any crazy software. I literally had to tap a button on an app store. And the
crazy.
synthesizer was free too. So
Yeah.
I literally had to just tap it and it was installed, and I tap it once more to open it and it's there. And
Shit,
so
tight.
this visceral type of feeling that I felt just ran through my body, and like really it was almost like a spiritual kind of feeling, like, you know, because it just brought back my childhood and made me remember how much I love music and the actual art of creating it and things like that, watching my dad play guitar and play piano and things like that growing up. So after that app, I was just hooked from 2013 and have been deeply using this as a pretty deep hobby on the sidelines, many hours a day since about 2013 or so. Since
So
that
about
day,
same like me then.
and absolutely, yeah. So 2013ish, and then fast forward a few years later, I again saved up some money and things like that, because I did want to someday have a full-time project in the music industry. And so I was thinking about it for years, and then eventually, like, you know, it just kind of hit me that I wanted to do something to do with iPad mobile music production. And I thought of a name, went all in, quit all my clients, quit my day job, gave all my clients away to software development clients, to other software developers, and just kind of went all in. And so that is where I'm at right now. That was 1 year ago, for November 2nd is when I started Mobile Music Pro. And here we are, bro. Like, here we are.
Okay.
So kind of a roundabout way back into music, man. But it's always been there. It's always been in my heart. I've always been passionate about it, learning about it and just the history of it and things like that. So now finally being able to have this this project in the full-time project in the space is just really such a privilege. And I'm super, super humbled to be here and, and be on, shows like yours, like this, and be able to tell the story, because this is where.
Yeah. Mobile music production, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we do it. So I got a shout out to a couple people right now. We just wanted to, for those just joining, we just watched a couple minutes of our recent interview with Reshad Radio. So shout out to Reshad Radio and that interview there. We just watched a couple minutes of the video because the video was not available anywhere else right now. Just the audio on Reshad's channel. So shout out to again Reshad Radio. We just watched a little bit of the video there. So I thought that would be kind of fun. And again, shout out to Mobile Music Production. Like, this is, you can see how it kind of sucked me in, pulled me in. Hopefully, as it pulled you in as well. This just fascinating things that you can do on this just amazing thin piece of glass. So really great story, really great fun. So shout out to a couple people in here to the chat. So shout out to Torito. What's going on, man? Shout out to you. Shout out to Kem O'Clay, a software developer, creator of a bunch of different great apps. Shout out to you, man. And then we got Blind himself, ladies and gentlemen, Blind of Braille Audio, who is helping us with our sample packs, and he's going to help us with a bunch of different tools that we're going to be releasing on the channel. That's Blind from Braille Audio. We have two different interviews with him on the channel, so make sure you check that out. We had a great time over there. So shout out to you, bro. We're going to be talking, of course. We got a bunch more stuff to go through, a lot of stuff to come. So what we're going to talk about right now in the topic for today is just I just thought we could just quickly, because remember, an hour is just not a long time, and that's to do with some of the schedule changes that we're going to be talking about. I think next year, guys, let's just talk about these schedule changes first, and then we'll go into some of the main topics. So basically, I was thinking that next, because basically right now, guys, to be honest, these 2 videos a week is pretty much like killing me. Like, it's really difficult to be able to get all that out and still do other things like check out apps and manage the channel and manage the website and do all these other and make music, of course, and do all these other different things. So, and of course, create additional tools for you guys, additional guides and courses and things. So starting next year, what I was thinking of, let me know what you guys think about this. Starting next year, what I want to do is 1 video per week, but 1 edited video per week, but increase the live stream instead of 1 hour to 2 hours. So I want to do video releases on Friday mornings, and then we'll do our live streams still on Wednesday mornings, but instead of 10 a.m., we'll start at 9 a.m. So then we'll have 2 hours of live stream and 1 edited video per week. That way we can still technically share the same amount of time, on the channel together, but that way only 1 of those videos will be edited. And that will give us time to build a bunch of the tools that we have in mind that we really want to get released. We're also trying to work on a conference and a couple other things as well in the background. So there's some other things we're trying to get ready and prepared for you. But I think that's going to help a lot with time management. It's all right. I'm not regretting it or anything. That we needed to get these 2 videos out a week in order to get all this information out, and I really wanted to get it out as fast as possible, really. So this is what we're so that's the idea, and I think we've done that. Once this first year is completed, I think we would have got a lot of that content out. So we can definitely go now back down, I think, to 1 video per week and still get out the content, the quality of content that I want to get out, because that's another thing, is that the content is going to suffer with these 2 videos as well, because there's mistakes, there's issues, there's been there's definitely been some mistakes and some issues in these videos that wouldn't have happened if I would have had more time to work on them. So I think that's the plan. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. That's what I'm thinking. So that's going to be 1 video a week, 1 edited video a week, and then 2-hour live streams. So let me know what you guys think in the chat. Now, let's go ahead and get into our topic, yo. So what we're looking at right now is just this quick beat that I made, but we're going to go to hopefully I don't have any crazy apps on here. I don't know if I prepared anything here, but basically let's go ahead and dive into this. So what we have right now is I have everything separated into folders. So this is the main layout here on my iPad, and I have the main apps that I use all the time on the bar on the bottom. So we have Cubasis 2, excuse me, Cubasis 2, Cubasis 3, and then Nano Studio 2. So that's the main DAWs that I work in and do things with. Then we have the Files app, which of course I need all the time to browse samples and other things. And then the Dropbox, of course, for downloading things for the channel. And then the App Store and so on. So just a couple of those things. But now what I want to do is get into these folders. So let me grab some water. And let's talk about these folders. Let's see. Actually, a couple people are saying in the live, they're already responding back in the live chat. So let's check that out. Camo Clay says, "Sounds great, Vortex. Keep up the great work." So thank you so much, Cam. It looks like the people are responding well to those schedule changes. So let's see what they say. We got Wasabi Fitness says, "I like that, brother. Sounds good to me." Yep. Live streams are more fun, especially when everybody's here. And yeah, I mean, with 2-hour live streams, guys, we can actually make music together. Like literally, that's enough time to make music. That's enough time for to a half an hour to just introduce and talk and just kind of kick tires, I guess is the Midwest saying, right? Just kind of kick tires, just hang out for a little bit, and then we can with an hour and a half left, we can start making music. So I do want to do some of those as well. I definitely want to do some cookups on some live streams. I want to get better at that so before I then move that to Twitch, because eventually I do want to move some streaming to Twitch. I eventually want to do 6-hour plus streams on Twitch of just making music on the iPad all day. And I think that there's a few people now making music and streaming music production, but there's really nobody streaming music production on the iPad. So that's something that I want to bring to the community and bring to the industry. So that's going to be a little bit later, but then for good practice, I want to do that on the Wednesday live streams first. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So everybody's that sounds good so far. Blind definitely says that sounds good as well. So thank you, man. Thanks for that support. And yeah. Torito says, sounds like the move. Gee, let's get this money. So yeah, definitely. And Bass is here as well. Shout out to you, Bass. Baselidin says, make music. Yeah, that's how we do it. Gots to make music. So yeah, guys, I think that's gonna be the move that we're gonna do for next year. Now this year though, we're still doing 2 videos a week this year, guys. We got a bunch more videos to put out before the end of the year. We will only put out 1 video next week because it's Thanksgiving, but we got 2 videos this week. We got 2 videos the week after Thanksgiving, and I think another week after that as well. And then I think that's probably about it for the year, but we'll see it. We might have 1 more week after that, but that's about it for this year. We're trying to get in all these basic videos out by the end of the year so that next year we can really start with some cool stuff like vocal processing. I want to do some vocal a bunch of different vocal effects, how to do certain vocal things, how to process vocals, do things like harmonies and a bunch of different things, vocal punches, just a bunch of different things, vocal throws and things like that. So vocal chops and so on. So I think that's going to be really fun. Then we'll get into some more sound design stuff that is really cool, just useful stuff, for example, how to roll your hats in different ways inside of Cubasis. So it's going to be fun. Just a lot of it's going to start heading down more techniques type of stuff, more sound design type of stuff eventually as well. But we're always going to have plenty of music production stuff. That was always the plan. It's basically the plan is music production, sound design, music theory, and then distribution. That's kind of how the different how I originally laid it out to take the journey of all of these different music videos. So we'll see how that goes. But a lot more basics to go, guys. A lot more music production stuff to go before we get into some basic sound design stuff. We're not going to do too crazy stuff, but because I'm not like an amazing sound designer, that's or anything like that. But I did want to just show people how to do basic things like create your own risers and things like that. Just, some useful stuff, not too advanced. I think, Blind might even start a YouTube channel on sound design at some point as well. And, somebody like Blind will be getting into some really crazy advanced stuff there. So you definitely want to check that out. But we're going to basically focus on more useful, basic day-to-day stuff. It's mostly, again, music production focused. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So we have our folders here. I want to read off these folders. We have the DAW and Chords folder. We'll get into the folders in a second. But we have DAW and Chords, Groove Machines and Drums, Synths, Instruments and Amps. Sorry, Instruments and Amps, as in guitar amps. Loops and Samples. MIDI plugins. Starting to lose my voice a little. Hopefully that's not good. MIDI plugins, audio utilities, and vocals. So let's dive into this. So inside of my DAW here, DAW and Chords folder, I really am a big fan of getting things done quickly. So I'm a bit of what they call, I guess, a preset producer, because I really like to start out with well-known things. Like I like to start out with good chords and good sounds and get a vibe going really, really quickly. So that might look like a bunch of different things. That might look like starting with a drum sample, or starting with a melody sample, or starting with one of these chord generators here, like Odyssey. These are really great apps here. And then, of course, we have chord suggesting apps, another fantastic app. Like I love starting out with Suggester and getting some good chords in there to get a good vibe. So we have Aria Pro, of course, Beatmaker 3, AUM, and WavePad should actually be in the utilities. Let's take this out here. And this should really be in the audio utilities. Audio utilities is a recent folder. So we have Aria, Beatmaker 3, AUM, and some chord generators and some chord suggesters. Then we have our Groove Machines and Drums folder. So let's check that out. So in here, right in the top, of course, we got to have Gadget 2, iMachine 2, BeatHawk, and Groovebox. Must-have apps for getting a vibe quickly. Really fantastic for starting out a song. And again, it's kind of like Henny the Business. If you've ever seen some of his music production videos, he might start with a loop in, for example, one of the looping apps. He might start with a loop, like, for example, in Bloxwave or Launchpad or something, and then he might not end up using it. He might just end up creating drums from that and then, tossing that out. So it's really a creative, smorgasbord here. There's so much freedom. It's endless freedom within here, within the iPad. So it's really great. Of course, we have some drumming apps in here, Rock Drum, Funk Drummer, Future Drummer. Shout out to the developer there. Really fantastic apps inside of here. Of course, you got to have your Ruiz Maker, Ruiz Maker in here. EG Pulse, fantastic app. Shout out to that developer as well. And that is our Groove Machines and Drums folder. We still got plenty of time. Now the synths folder, guys, is going to be a little bit big. Can someone undo some videos about Nano Studio 2? Can someone do some videos about Nano Studio 2? So guys, on the channel, we're mostly focused on Cubasis right now, Cubasis 2 and Cubasis 3. So we do have some like tips and tricks that involve Nano Studio 2, but for the most part, we're going to stick with Cubasis as that's our DAW of choice. So because I don't use other DAWs like Nano Studio or Beatmaker 3 enough, odds are you're not going to see much of it on the channel until I start using it myself. So we're really going to stick mostly with Cubasis for now. And again, a lot of the principles that we talk about in our Cubasis videos, we make sure to try to be foundational and universal so that you can apply those in any DAW, in any system. So let's take a look at our synths folder here. This is going to be a big folder. As you can see, we have 3 different tabs here. So we have our synth master players, super dear to my heart. Love these synthesizers. We have Zeta, which is an old school synthesizer. Some people say that they claim that they can't get that to work, but that works for me. I mean, I can pull this up in here. I'll pull this back down. But anyway, yeah, so it works just fine for me. I don't know. Some people are having some problems with it, but that app works just fine for me. So that's a great, fantastic synthesizer app. Then we got Centronic, of course. Just amazing app. Just a ton of different synthesizers within here. Like, it's another one of those apps that I might want to show because there's just so many synthesizers. Like, look at this, guys. Look at this. There's just so many on here. It just goes on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So it's pretty dope, but they've got pretty much every kind of synth you could ever want. Of course, this video would take 8 hours if I went into every single app, but some of these, I mean, my God, have to have some shout outs. I mean, they're just so fantastic. Fantastic sounds, just a bunch of awesome sounds in here. Anyway, fantastic app, Centronic. We got Pure Synth in here. Fantastic, amazing app. I'm wearing that shirt right now, actually. Shout out to Gospel Musicians Pure Synth. Shout out. Got to shout out Gospel Musicians whenever I'm wearing the Pure Synth t-shirt. So yeah. Definitely got to shout out Pure Synth and Gospel Musicians. Fantastic app. Mr. Blind himself, Blind from Braille Audio, did a few of the sample packs for expansions for Pure Synth, and it is epic. So definitely check that out. Of course, you got to have some Chord in here. Got the IM1, Wave Station, and so forth. Got to have the Moog in here. Model 15, Model D. Again, shout out to Gospel Musicians with Basilicious. Fantastic app. Of course, got to have the Arturia iSim. Casper is great. Poison, Cauldron. So got to have these classics. I do try to limit my synthesizers to like 2 or 3 pages, like at the most. But as you can see, it is bleeding over to 3 pages right now. So we got Phosphor 2. I never really use Phosphor 2, but we'll have to see. I believe that's by Audio Damage. We have a Factory, Sugar Bytes, really, really great app. If I can shout out the developer so fast, it probably means I use it a lot. Of course, we got the 808, a bunch of great apps in here. Pure Acid, fantastic app. Shout out to Numerical Audio. Just a great app, Pure Acid. Fantastic freaking app. Same with Volt. Numerical Audio, absolutely amazing. Then finally on our third page, another Numerical Audio app. Apparently I have 3 Numerical Audio apps because they're all amazing. And then, of course, Mr. Jacob Hacks. Brand new app, ladies and gentlemen. Agonizer. Fantastic app. Really, really great app. Let's see if it works. Sometimes I have to. I've only used it in AUV3 actually, so I've actually never used it standalone. So I probably would have to like set up my MIDI and blah 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 and all that good stuff. That's why I love AUV3s, guys. Like this is what I prefer is AUV3s. Let's go to the lead and pad real quick. That's a pretty fun sound. But yeah, great app, guys. So that's my synths folder here. Really great apps. Check out the instruments here. We, of course, got to have Sample Tank in here. BS16, which has pretty much replaced my Sample Tank. The BS16 has replaced Sample Tank because Sample Tank is not AUV3. What the heck are you guys doing over here? IK Multimedia, guys, on the real, you're killing us. You're absolutely killing us. Not making that AUV3 because we're replacing it with apps like BS16 and Module. And iSymphonic, same problem. Needs to go AUV3, people. Or did they? I forget if iSymphonic went AUV3. But I sure as heck know that Sample Tank did not yet. Got to have some old school apps in here. Let's see. Ravencroft, of course, one of my favorite pianos. Neil Soul Keys. Chompler, oh my gosh, I love Chompler so much. Chompler is so much fun to play with because it's kind of like a video game. You know, they have all these amazing samples already pre-chopped up for you that you can just start playing around with. Really great app. Really like that one. And of course, some guitar amps that are none of them are AUV3. What the heck? Only Nimbrini Audio, guys. Shout out to Nimbrini Audio for making your apps AUV3. That's how you do it. That is very, very good. All right, loops and samples. How are we doing on time? We're doing pretty good. Loops and samples. Launchpad, of course. That's why I have all these controllers all along here. All these controllers. Let's see if we can see. Yeah, see. All these controllers here. These are all for playing with Launchpad. So fantastic, fantastic app. And then let's see, Blocks Wave, of course, a fantastic app. Henny to Business uses all the time. Session Band looping apps, really great. Looper, I think that's an audio kit app as well. Jam Pro, and then Endless. Endless is great. Shout out to Tim for making that app. That is a great, great app. And we got some MIDI plugins. These I use a lot, quite a bit. Mostly Rosetta, Otsini, Kalidi, Ion. How do you pronounce this, guys? Ironix? I can't pronounce that. But I love their apps, guys. Shout out to that developer. Riffer is pretty cool. KB1, another numerical audio app. Chord Polypad, which I believe just went AUV3 recently. I think I have to update still on that. Step Polyarp is great. Also AUV3. Shout out to that developer. And then Rhythm Bud, of course. Chemo Clay is in the chat right now. Shout out to you, bro. Got you one of your apps right here. Got to have that. Octocron is really great. That's a drum sequencer that's really great. We have some presets for that in our brand new sample pack released on mobilemusicpro.com. Our free sample pack has some presets for this Octocron app. And Quantichord piano motifs is great for generating some piano stuff. It's pretty cool. Let me see what that sounds like. But yeah, so kind of cool there. And then of course Adam, gotta have Adam, arpeggist. So some pretty cool MIDI plugins here, MIDI AUV3 plugins. And then we'll go to the audio plugins. Now, guys, this is the biggest folder. Maybe we'll save that for last. Then we got audio utilities. Some cool stuff in here like oscilloscopes and spectrograms. We have some utilities in here for slicing up audio like segments and reslice and WavePad. Audio layer, of course. Red Rock Sounds, shout out to you. You have a fantastic utility here with the SA60. And audio copy, transcribe, which is pretty cool. We just did a video on that actually separates the stems using artificial intelligence to be able to do that. It actually separates all the stems into their own separate, different stems, which is pretty cool. Like you can put in any song in there and just remove the lyrics or remove the drums, or just have the lyrics, just have the drums, just have the melody, whatever you want. We have a video on that. And here is some vocal utilities that we're going to be playing with for sure when we start doing vocal videos next year. We're going to be playing with Voice Synth, some Mic Swap Pro, especially because these guys are AUV3, I believe. Voice Rack is also AUV3, I believe. So definitely going to be playing with these. And of course, Audio Tune. We'll be playing with that as well. So that's going to be fun doing the vocal stuff. Before we go to the audio plugins, let's just check in with the chat real quick. We have, only 8 minutes left. So we'll quickly go through these. Let's see what the chat is saying right now. Let's see. Torito says, shout out to Henny to Business. Yeah. Cut and Glue says, where's that great sounding DRC app? I think I had that once. I don't know where it is. I should have had that app. That's a great synth, I believe. But yeah, iSymphonic is great. Jamie Mallender says iSymphonic has an AUV3, but it is very limited. Okay, yeah, so I thought they went recently AUV3, iSymphonic. So shout out to you guys. But Jamie says you're limited. So hey, if Jamie's not 100% satisfied, you got a problem, and you got to talk to Jamie. So shout out to you, Jamie Mallender. He says he's spoken to them a few times, but he said he doesn't want to buy any more of their apps until it improves. Ouch, guys. iSymphonic, that's not good. Make sure you fix those problems. Yeah. And Chemo Clay says shout out. Yeah, because we checked out one of his apps here. Cut and Glue says he has to go. Wish you a nice day. See you next time. Have fun making music. Cut and Glue, thank you, man, for joining. We will see you later as well. We're about to bounce ourselves. Let's see if we can quickly go through our audio plugins in like 2 minutes. Ready? So we have all of our effects here. Our multi effects starting out with we have in here. Tornado, Audio Effects, Effectrix, iFX Rack, Koala Effects, of course, Looperator, all these great effects. A bunch of audio damage effects here, fantastic. A bunch of apps here as well, Perforator, Cosmonaut. These guys are just make amazing apps. So shout out to them. Close that. So we got Woot, Cosmonaut, Perforator. Next one we of course have all the FAC. Shout out to you, Frederick Corvest, and your amazing apps. Got all of those. Shout out to Clevgran. Got a few of these apps. DAW Cassette, Compressor, DAW LP. Shout out to you guys. Got a couple of Nambrini apps here as well. Of course, you got to have support. You got to support Nambrini, like one of the only developers doing AUV3 guitar amps. So fantastic developer. Got to have that Low Fly Dirt, fantastic compressor app for doing hip hop. I put that on a lot of the drums. And then we have, of course, a bunch of the Eventide plugins. We have a bunch of these plugins, Death Eye as well. Shout out to that developer. So many awesome developers. Stereo with some great Blue Man Goo. Shout out to Blue Man Goo. Got a couple of their apps in here. Fantastic. And I got the RX 950. Fantastic app, guys. That is like one of the greatest like apps to use for lo-fi. Definitely recommend that app for a lo-fi. Of course, shout out to Blease Sidekick. Shout out to you, Blease. Blease is a fantastic developer. Of course, we got to have all the Pro Tools here. The mixing plugins of the industry standard mixing plugins here, FabFilter. And shout out to 4Pockets. Got a bunch of their 4Pockets apps here as well. Shout out to Red Rock Sounds. Got a bunch of Red Rock Sounds apps in here. Shout out to Tone Boosters. Got a bunch of their apps as well. You can really like their Real Bus app, which is a tape sort of app. And I really like their master tape preset on there. So throw that on the master track and it's great. It's a great way to glue your hip hop drums together. Great for hip hop. And just Bark Filter, of course, got to throw that on the master track as well. And that's kind of the main gist of it all. I think we went through most of the plugins. So I think we got through everything, believe it or not. We only have 5 minutes. So I really appreciate everybody for joining us. Let me just take a quick drink of water. Holy smokes. We got through everything, guys. Don't forget about the contest. I almost took down my whole setup with my headphones. Hold on. Don't forget about the contest, guys, where you can win this, which is going to be super amazing, guys. You can send in all your submissions to contests at mobilemusicpro.com. Check out mobilemusicpro.com/contest, where you could win this amazing keyboard, guys. We have a lot of fantastic entries already, so really looking forward to seeing even more. So again, thank you guys so much for joining us. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Cut and Glue, Jamie Mallender, guys. Everybody in the chat had a great time. Shout out to Sandra, who is now a moderator of our chat. Shout out to you, Sandra. Thank you so much for being here with us. Shout out to Blind, of course, from Braille Audio, who is helping us with our sample packs. He's gonna have so much stuff releasing next year, you guys. So you got to make sure to follow Blind. Watch this guy. He's going to do amazing things. He's been in the industry forever and ever, decades. So, there's a lot of cool stuff that he's been winding up for a long time to do. So make sure make sure you start following Blind. Wasabi Fitness, Chemo Clay, of course, fantastic developer. Shout out to all you guys. Sorry if I missed you. Wasabi, of course. Russ, shout out to you. Code 7, Nick. You guys are awesome. Joshua Good, of course. So Davey Pooh, shout out to you, man. Again, David, the Mobile Music Maestro, thank you so much for showing up here. We had a great time. Really appreciate everybody joining us. Shout out to our patrons who see the long-term vision, who really understand what we're here to do. We are here to uplift the mobile music community and really just bring this into the next level, guys. Get this more on par with the standard music production community. So there's a lot of things to do, a lot of work to do, but we are here to do it. So again, shout out to you, everybody, guys. Let's go ahead and get the music on, get this outro going proper. Yeah. So shout out to everybody out there, guys. I had a fantastic time. Thank you so much for being here. Cheers to you and yours wherever you are, guys. If you're not watching this live, still shout out to you. We had a great time. A sure hope you'll join us again next Wednesday. And of course, we have our videos right now coming out, 2 videos a week right now, Wednesday and Saturday, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you guys so much for being here. Please join us again. Next video will be out on Saturday. We hope you have a fantastic week. Thank you so much again for joining us. And until next time, of course, guys, come on, keep talking music. And we'll see you later. See you guys.